I don't know if I'm in focus, but my lens is kind of broken, so it's hard to focus. So I don't know, but anyway, we'll make do. So today I'm here with a book haul, like, yeah! The lighting is disgusting, oh my god. Literally, I use this lamp. That's my fancy, like, expensive lighting, is a lamp with a t-shirt over it. These are the last of the books that I acquired in 2015, and yeah, I have quite a few, because I got early Christmas money, and I went to Chapters, like a really big Chapters store, and I don't get to do that very often because I don't live near one. So those two things don't go together too well. Plus Christmas, I got a couple of books or bookish items for Christmas. Interesting thing to point out, almost none of these books are YA. I think like two or three of them are YA. The rest are like general fiction, like memoirs, poetry, and like adult fiction. So that's really interesting to me. Like, I'm branching out, guys. I'm doing it. I'm gonna start with the 6 books. 6. I bought 6 books at one time. I'm just crazy. I'm out of control. Take my wallet away because I should not be allowed to have money. What if I just... Is it better without the... Went to Chapters, okay? Spent like 2 hours wandering around Chapters, like a lost dog, because it's home to me. But the book that I've been really wanting to get for a while, the dog's playing with a squeaky toy now, is The Girl on the Road by Monica Byrne. It kind of goes between 2 different time periods, follows 2 different women. One of them is traveling on this energy harvesting bridge that connects India to Africa, and the other one is joining a caravan that's going across the Sahara to Addis Ababa. So one of them's in Africa, and I don't know the different times. One of them's in the future, one of them's I don't know when, but I've just been really intrigued. This book just sounds so cool, and I don't know why, but I just find this bridge, like a bridge connecting like one continent to another across the ocean, just sounds so freaking cool. The Interestings by Meg Wolitzer. This was kind of an impulse buy. I've been thinking about getting it, and then I already had like 4 or 5 books in my hands, and I was like, I'm gonna get it, because you know what? I have a problem. I love colorful books, and the spine is so awesome. It's this book about these 6 teenagers who go to, I think it's a summer camp, and then it follows them throughout their lives as they all go off and to their own, do their own thing. Not everyone can sustain in adulthood what seems so special in adolescence. That kind of creativity rewarded at age 15 is not always enough to propel someone through life at age 30. Not to mention age 50. It follows these 6 people as they all go through their lives, and a couple of them like follow their dreams and like stay in the arts, and then the rest of them go off and get like desk jobs and those suitable jobs that we're all told to get. And I just find that really interesting, and I mean it's just a book about people and their lives, and that just interests me. I don't know. Sometimes it doesn't have to be a book about somebody saving the world, you know? Start by saving yourself. Oh, wise words. Whoa. Wisdom. Oh. Anne W. by Zadie Smith. La la la. Kind of similar to The Interestings in that they're both just books that follow people growing up. Like, this one is set in London. I've never read a Zadie Smith, and you'll see in this haul I went a little overboard with Zadie Smith. And this one follows 4 people in London as they grow up, and I love London, and I want to go there, and I want to read more books set in London. This book, like what I said about these colorful, beautiful books. Wild by Cheryl Strayed. When am I going to get time to read all these books? I don't know, but I'm like a book hoarder. I love the movie from this book, Wild, with Reese Witherspoon. Stunning movie, okay? It's beautiful. And it's basically, this is like a memoir from Cheryl Strayed. Her life starts falling apart when her mother dies. It scatters her and her siblings, and they're not really in touch. And then, you know, her and her husband having troubles, and she's just like, her life is falling apart, and she decides to like solo backpack the PCT, which is the Pacific Crest Trail, from the Mexican border to the Canadian border, all on her own. It takes months, and she's gonna go and just do it by herself. Next is You Get So Alone at Times That It Just Makes Sense by Charles Bukowski. This is a book of his poetry, and I've kind of read a bit in this. It's not, like, poetry for me isn't something that you can sit down and, like, read the whole book in a night or 2. I've read most of Ham on Rye. I haven't finished that book yet, but I wanted to read more of his writings, and this is a book that I've wanted to pick up for a long time, just because I haven't read much poetry. Last book that I got in Chapters is Animal Farm by George Orwell. Already read this book. Just finished it a couple days ago. You know, tyrannical pigs. The ending, it was just like, it ended, and I was like, oh my god, that was bleak. I was going past my local indie bookstore. I always like to pop in there once in a while and support them. I found this book, which is The Universe versus Alex Woods, and I don't know too much about this other than I saw Sierra, my buddy Sierra from Sierra Jav's video, her last haul, and this book was in it, and she made it sound really good. About this kid who gets struck by lightning, I think, when he's younger, and then he's like trafficking drugs across the border. I don't know. I went to the used bookstore and I still had book credit there because I'd taken a lot of books in there this year. And so I saw these two books and I was like, it's meant to be, because I just bought her other book. And so I was like, I'm going to get them both. White Teeth and On Beauty by Zadie Smith. As you saw, got NW. Now I have all of her books, or pretty much all of them. I don't know how many she has, but I think these are the three major ones. This was her first book, I believe. It deals with 3 cultures in 3 families over 3 generations, and like dealing with love and war and friendship and all that stuff, which I don't even know what this one is about at all. Like, it follows 2 feuding families. Okay, there's 2 families in this one. And things. I got one more book at the used bookstore, and it is Jonathan Strange and Mr. Norrell by Susanna Clarke. I've only recently found out about this book, actually. It's blurred by Neil Gaiman, though, so it's like, I love magicians. You gotta understand this, okay? One of my favorite movies ever is called The Prestige. Just gonna put this out there. It's during the time of Edison and Tesla, and it has Christian Bale, Hugh Jackman, Scarlett Johansson, and Michael Caine in it. My bays. And also David Bowie, who plays Nikola Tesla. Farewell Starman. Such a good movie about these 2 like warring magicians, and it's so dark and intense. You should watch it. The Prestige. Awesome movie. Anyway, stop ranting. I love magicians. And yeah, this is about these 2 warring magicians. Must be a lot going on because it's like 800 pages. Oh, it's got pictures too. Ooh. It was in early December, I think, that I picked up Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard. The sticker. Why, chapters? Why can't you put stickers that peel off? Like, do you see this? Ew. I already read this one as well. I enjoyed it. I think I'd probably give it 4 stars. It was good. I really like Magnus and the whole cast of characters. It was classic Rick. Like, Uncle Rick, man, he just has the key to my heart. Last book I have here is Through the Dark by Alexandra Bracken. Got this book for Christmas from my aunt. She always asks me what books are on my, like, radar to buy next, and this one kind of was, even though I have read 2 out of the 3 short stories in this. You know me. Gotta own all the books. And Alexandra Bracken's novellas, though, are amazing. They're amazing. You don't understand. There's regular novellas, and then there's Alexandra Bracken's novellas. They're like, they rip your heart out, and then they shove it back in, and they rip it out again. It's just, oh man, she's just... My aunt also got me a book that I had mentioned to her, which is Q&A, 365 questions a day for 5 years. This basically has 365 questions in it, and then 5 little slots. So you do this, like, do it over 5 years, and then so, like, each year you start again, and, like, you see how your answers progress, and it's really interesting. And I've already been doing it. Some questions are, like, really deep and stuff, like, what inspired you today? And then other ones are like, what song stuck in your head right now, or what are you currently reading? And it's just really interesting little book, and I think it'll be kind of cool to document stuff throughout 5 years. The coloring book, I finally did that. I jumped on the wagon of adult coloring books, and this is Tropical World by Millie Murata. I haven't seen this one around much, but this is just the one I like the art in the most. It's quite nice. I've done a couple things in it. My little cousin and I, over Christmas, tried to just put as many colors as we could on one page. Yep. And it has really nice art, just because a lot of the art I'll see in other ones is like really thick and has lots of black and like dark lines in it. And this one is really delicate and has very narrow little lines. It's kind of hard to color in. Like, you got to be able to, like, color inside the lines a little bit, which, you know, I haven't colored in a while. You need some practice. But it's just really nice. It's really, like, delicate, and you can't really see it, but it's really pretty. It's, like, relaxing. Coloring is great, isn't it? I'm quite privileged to be able to buy books and things, but that's, like, mainly what I buy, like, is books and, like, hair dye. Let me know if you've read any of these books and, like, which ones I should, you know, read first, especially which Zadie Smith I should read first. I think I'm going to read White Teeth, but I don't know for sure. Yeah, and we'll discuss books downstairs. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and hope you guys are having a great start to the new year, and I will see you soon, or you will see me soon. Bye!